Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
Implicit in every single one of the degrees that you take, up to and including the third, and all the time before that, is a symbol or a concept we don't talk about in Freemasonry very much, but it is fundamental to the Masonic experience. So much so that its absence is probably a surprise even to the folks that are ritualists, because it's so, I guess, so implied. It's swimming under the water of the entire craft. And that symbol, that concept that is implied by Freemasonry is curiosity. One of the things that curiosity does pursues novelty and new experiences and popping the covers off of things and finding out how they work. And that kind of approach to the craft is implicit, and in some ways it's explicit, right? You were curious to learn how Freemasonry worked. You expressed that desire to a brother. They helped you get a petition. You had no idea what you were going through. And so with all of that in mind, the curiosity sort of approach, or I guess the drive to understand and seek more, and I guess by proxy grow, I think is a fair logical assessment. That underpinning of the craft makes certain implications. It implies that curiosity will be rewarded. It implies that the results of that curiosity in some way have value. That there is some return on that sort of philosophical investment, or that behavioral investment, or that exploration. And so when you start to look between the lines of the craft and understand what that means, you really get to then sort of develop a Masonic approach to the work of life. And so with that said, one of the things that's happening sort of socially right now, and you can argue politically left or right, one of the things that is sort of required of us as Masons is to approach any situation with a sense of curiosity. Now, inevitably, when you say things like any and all, people are going to come out of the woodwork and say, well, should I approach, a burning inferno with curiosity? Yes, you don't throw scruples to the wind. You don't, stop being cautious. But understanding the hows and whys and wherefores of even burning infernos has a ton of sort of value. Same thing's true with the things that are going on in the world, be them in your lodge, be them with individuals. That implicit curiosity made explicit here in this conversation, but also made explicit in your progression through the degrees, is required. And it is fundamental to growth and development. So be curious in the world. The Masonic curiosity is one that, again, uses all the tools of Freemasonry, in particular, and I'm going to be harping on this for a while. The trowel, with love and care and kindness, approach your brothers, approach the Cowans out on the street with that same sense of curiosity, but in a way that is respectful. And I think you'll find that we have more in common than we have than we do sort of differences. And in fact, the more you explore curiosity as a concept, the more you learn how things work. Again, be they machines, people, societies, organizations, what have you. The more you learn how they work and the whys of how they work, the better enabled you're going to be to create positive change in the world in whatever way you see fit. And we've talked about that a little bit earlier in some of our earlier episodes. I'm not here to tell you what change is best. I'm here to to show you that these tools are designed to help you become an agent of change in the world, and that curiosity is a fundamental component of that. So go out. I know a lot of you are curious already, but go out and be curious.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.